What is good, everybody? What day is it today? Happy Tuesday, y'all. You don't even know what fucking day it is. We got the 90-day challenge, 250K in 90 days. We are going to be doing agent outreach on this challenge, as you guys have been seeing. We got a couple updates for you guys today, a couple big deals going under contract today, so I can't wait to tell you guys about it. And the goal of this challenge is to make sure that our realtors get paid, our sellers get paid, our escrow officers get paid, our buyers get deeply discounted deals, and we get rewarded handsomely for these deals. I'm going to do a quick intro, and then I will be right back with y'all with some action. Let's get it today.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. I did. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Cherry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the scoop, baby, tell the facts. Don't be shy.
What is good, everybody? Hope you guys are having a productive Tuesday. Hope you guys crushed your goals yesterday, and we are back at it today. I'm going to be making a couple calls and just a couple quick updates. 10-unit building going under contract today. All the terms have been negotiated, and that one will be locked up. Hopefully by the end of the day today. If not, as long as the attorney gets everything over end of the day today. If not, tomorrow morning, the absolute latest. That one's gonna be a nice one. I got another contract that is getting signed this morning. That is over in Liberty, Texas. If anybody got buyers out there, hit me up. It's a pretty good deal, nice flip deal. And yeah, I got a couple other assignments going out and deals getting funded. So we will keep you guys posted as we go through this challenge with where we're at with everything. But it has been a rough couple past 2 months in this challenge, but we're still on track to hit our goals. So just understand, like, this shit is gonna be a grind and it's gonna be a race to the finish, but we will be at these goals by the end of this challenge. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know where you guys are from, what markets you guys are in, where you guys are calling in, if you guys are doing on market, off market, PPC, agent outreach, whatever you guys are doing. But I know you guys came here to hear me make some calls, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing. I got a list in Florida I'm about to be hitting because some of our flippers hit us up and they're looking for deals out there. So we're going to be doing some Florida and then probably circle back to Texas. Let's run it up, y'all. Aisha Towels. Where are you out of, Aisha? And I hope I'm saying your name right. And in those of you guys that don't know, I'm out of New Jersey, by the way. I live in New Jersey, born and raised, but I'm doing everything outside of New Jersey because I can't stand these attorneys out here. Let's get these calls going.
When I want something, I act like I needed it. I'm in the mix, it's better with me in it. Niggas see me in it, then try to be in it. Girls so used to know me spilling the tea in it. Long as I be in it, there is no we in it. That's our agreement. Ever since I put the WOOD in it, give me like 3 minutes and she be wanting to marry a nigga. Hop on the beat and I bury a nigga.
Just bear with me, just pulling all this stuff.
I got so many horsepower that you would think that I've been driving a chariot, nigga. Most of these people are capping and acting, I just think that it's hilarious, nigga. Most of the ones who be talking to some of the scariest niggas. Give me my money when you owe me paper, cause I do not do this for charity, nigga. Making my money's imperative, nigga. I know that I draw attention, but I hate when they stare at me, nigga. I'm getting adjusted, just bear with me, nigga. I prayed in the game with some clarity, nigga. Just bear with me, y'all. I had to learn this when no parents involved. I've been on my own. Wherever I lived that I made it my home. Made memories in every place that I've flown. The list of the people I've helped this long. I'm sorry if talking about it is wrong. Committed to get it in before I'm gone. I'm here now.
What's good, Gomez? How you doing, my brother? Yo, Gomez, I know that we got to do a night session for you one day and get you on here, bro. We got to make some calls together. We'll plan it, don't worry.
the smoke. How do I taste? I am in your throat. That's because my name is in your mouth. Got a chain, I'm coming from the south. I could never ever be a slave. I'm the Django, I do not behave. Make it work out like I'm in a gym. Kill them off and remain innocent.
Hey, let's get it, Gomez. Let's get it, bro.
I'ma do it all with style. Now, I've been doing this for a while. Now, haters been watching me win. Ouch, throw it in my face when I sin. Ouch, how could we make amends? How? I don't know where to begin. How?
Those of you guys that don't know Chris Gomez, I met him at the Growth event, I want to say 2 months ago. And hi, Pat. My name is Joseph. I was calling about your listing on 84th Terrace North. Is that one still available? Okay, perfect. What can you tell me about this property condition-wise?
It's in good condition.
Okay.
New AC, new roof. It's dated. The kitchen's dated.
Okay.
The interior, but it's in good, really, really good condition.
Understood. Okay, and does it hold on one second. It's a 1957 build. Do you know if the mechanicals are original to 1957 or have they been updated, like electrical, HVAC, and plumbing?
New air conditioning, I think, is, I'm trying to think, 3 years old. The
Okay.
roof is 1 year old, and the panel box was updated, I think, about 5 years ago.
Okay, but all the wiring and everything is original still?
Yeah.
Okay, understood. No, and the reason I'm asking is because usually if it's built before 1970, then even if everything's still in working order, sometimes we'll still just do a gut on the house just to replace those things so that when we do put someone in there next, we just make sure like nothing craps out on them going forward. Like they'll have a good product going
Gotcha.
forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And
everything's working fine now.
everything is in working order.
And it's had one owner.
One owner, okay.
So.
Understood. And if I were gonna I'm sorry, first of all, how's the foundation of the house as well?
It's a slab and it's fine.
It is a slab and it is good. Okay, so you guys haven't seen any cracks or anything?
No.
Beautiful. Okay. And if I fix up this property and make it beautiful inside and out, how much do you think we could get for this one on the back end if we were going to do it as a flip?
Probably, I'm gonna say somewhere around 370.
370, okay. Okay. And my goal by the end of this call is to make you an offer just to make sure we're in the same ballpark. And then if that offer is acceptable, obviously, then we'll write it up with the seller. But I just want to at least give you a verbal on this call just to make sure that we can even get this one done together.
Okay.
Yes. So you're saying about 370 it would go for on the back end. I'm just double checking my comps too to make sure that is what it would go for.
Most of the stuff in there has not been updated at all. So when you're looking at your comps,
They're all as is comps.
yeah, they're like I say, most of the stuff has not been updated. And if it was because something broke.
Got it. Okay.
That kind of neighborhood.
Okay, so not too many flips have gone on in this neighborhood then, I'm guessing.
Not many. I think that's what's happening now.
Okay, so they're starting to happen over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's the reason the owner is selling this one?
It's an estate.
It is an estate. Okay, understood. If I came in with a really strong cash offer and we could give the seller a quick closing and take it completely as is and cover all the closing costs, is there any room off the purchase price at this time?
I honestly don't know. I'm dealing with 4 siblings.
Okay, that's never easy.
They're very nice and everything. They're looking at they've got a second mortgage, or not a second mortgage, but a line of credit they have to pay off on that house. And then
Do you know how much that's for by chance?
I think about 100,000.
About 100K. Okay.
So it's just I don't know what they'll do. I tried to put them down and say, I'm not good with it.
Got like you try getting them to be at a lower price and they're just not budging right now.
Right.
Understood. Well, sometimes a good cash offer might move it. You just never know.
Never can tell.
So what I'm seeing on the back end, the only comp I see that did sell was like a 4.2, 1,400 square feet, and I know this is only a 2-1, and that one sold for $390. That was on 44th Street North, a little bit south of here. And then everything else that is sold is selling like kind of around where the purchase price is, but they all do look as is comps. So I'm just trying to see because if the highest comp of this stature has only sold for like 330, then it's still going to be a tough deal to like figure out where we could sell from the back end because I'm guessing.
I personally, I understand. I just know that this neighborhood is prime for it's prime for the flipper to come in.
Understood.
If we can sell it at the right price.
Got it. And that's what it is just making sure we get it at the right price so that they can make their return, the seller can make their money that they're happy with, and everybody can win here. Because I've seen a lot of these. So do you know if a lot of these as-is comps I'm seeing, are these just end buyers that are picking these up, or do you know if these are flippers that bought these and they're just turning these over now? Because none of them are. Let me see if anything's listed over here. Might help me.
I don't see any resales unless they're hanging on to them.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, there's nothing.
no. It was hard. It was hard to put a price on it because there wasn't much activity right in there to start with.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let me just check one more thing. And is this a good rental area for single families? Like, are there a lot of landlords that do single families over here?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. Understood.
4 kids in a 2-bedroom house. Go figure.
Oh, wow. So they were sharing rooms and everything.
But yeah, really nice people.
Okay.
But they seem to know everyone there. So I'm going to say I couldn't find a lot of comps actually because it looked like I say, they know everybody. They up and down the street they talk about so and so. So and I don't know. That's why I'm saying it's a lot of little houses, great rentals, but and it would because it's a convenient location. Either you could get to Tampa easily and so, yeah, to be honest, I had trouble with comps that listed, and I would have trouble with comps to tell you exactly what I think it would go for if it would get up.
Yeah, the highest one I'm seeing is, hold on one second. The highest one I'm seeing is 365. And that one probably wasn't as is comp, to be completely honest. So it's like, clearly we're going to get more than 365, but I cannot base my after repair value off of anything that hasn't sold yet. I can't speculate, and that's what hurts it. But so I'm probably going to have to go based off of 365 as my ARV, and then it's probably going to be like 30 to 40 of work realistically. It's not like this is a huge house. So even if I'm going to be coming in under 300K. I know that for a fact. And they won't take a penny under 300. Is there a way we could just like even present it to them, even if they say no, and then at least they know they'll have that offer on the table? Okay. Like they've been, was it like close to 300 at all? Where they like, you don't have to tell me the number, obviously, but was it like close to 300 and they were just like absolutely not? Okay, because I'm thinking if it's cash, like, and I can give them another option, which would be money over time, and then we would just pay your commission if we did that route. Okay, because we could take over the payments of that if that's something they were open to doing. I don't know if they'd be open to that. Okay, because what I'll do, I'm probably gonna be honestly coming in like 260 all cash, and if you're okay representing me as the buyer's agent, then obviously you get both sides for that too. But I think that's probably like as an investor, that's probably where most people would be coming in at. And then if that doesn't work for them, even like worst case, maybe they'll counter, but if they even if they don't counter, they're just like absolutely not. What we could also propose is basically just giving them a down payment, take over that existing line of credit and the payments associated with it, and then I'd probably come in at full asking with a owner finance, and then we would just pay your commission, and then give them if it would be the note would be for 220,000, and then we would direct the payment so that they're going to all four siblings. So whatever the monthly payment is, they would literally all be getting taken care of every month without having to worry about it.
Okay. So, see if they're even interested in that. We need something in writing with the numbers so that they can see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you an LOI for like both options, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then just let me know if that's something that they're even open to. If not, maybe we just got to give it more time, and if there's no other offers that come in higher than mine, eventually maybe they will just go with it. But
Okay.
we never know, obviously.
I've been doing this for 30 years, so let me tell you.
No, absolutely. And do you have any other listings right now that would be good for investors?
This is my low of right now.
Okay. Well, hopefully I could get this one done for you, and then we could go find more together.
Okay. I'll look forward to you. Do you have my email?
Can I grab your email really quick, and then I'll send you over the LOI?
LINS.
Okay. Yahoo.com. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna send over that LOI right now, and then for the owner finance option, I'm just gonna talk conceptually about it, not like actual. I'll tell them like where the purchase price would be, like the principal and everything, but I'll just say like 100K. We would take over the payments. We'll give you guys 10 grand. We'll take care of your commission, so they don't have to worry about that, and then we'll get it done like that if that works for them.
Okay. I'll look for that.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate your time today, Pat.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care. Bye bye. Let me just send out this LOI and I'll be back with y'all. See, Jared popped in here. What up, Jared? Oh, what's his address? I want to get Jared up here today, but yes, this is live right now. I want to get Jared up here, but Jared's actually sick today, everybody, so he can't. He was hurt when I called him before. I'm like, dude, you're not coming on live today. You got to go get some rest, bro. But he's still working. It looks like he's still working right now. To everybody, tell Jared to go take a nap. Oh wait, actually, this is Facebook user. I can't see your name, but give me 30 seconds. Let me just send out this LOI, and I will be right with you. I just make sure we send these things out before I forget. On 4790. Of the remaining 220 minus 10, so 10.
Wherever I lived that I made it my home. Made memories in every place that I've flown. The list of the people I've helped is long. I'm sorry if talking about it is wrong. Committed to get it in before I'm gone. I'm here now. I see so clear now.
Okay.
I'm the one that they fear now. Old haters they cheer now. Let me buy you a beer now. Looking at them like hell no.
What up, Jared?
I ain't taking no L, y'all know.
Facebook user asked, "Is this live?" Yes, this is. And then, how are we generating leads and pulling lists? So the way that we're generating leads is I'm going on Redfin. I'm looking up any property in the markets that I'm trying to be in that have been listed for 45 days plus. I'm looking for investor criteria in the keyword search. When you go on Redfin, there's something called keyword search in the drop-down box on the right. You just put in like investor, as is, cash, like doesn't pass FHA, stuff like that, and then that's how you build the list. And then basically you just individually go and you look at properties that look like they need a lot of work, build a spreadsheet yourself. Like I literally will just add the link, find the realtor's number and name, put it on a spreadsheet, and then we call it all day. And I recommend everybody build your list first. Like just do a time block for like an hour or two of just building the list. It's very tedious, it's not fun, but you got to just do it, and it's free data and free leads. And then just and then do another time block just straight into calling the realtors and make the offers. And I recommend everybody make the offer on the call like I'm doing right now, because then it's like you never know when they're going to pick up again. If you got a live person on the phone, whether it's a seller or a realtor, make that offer on that call. I don't care how bad you mess it up, just get in the habit of doing it, and it'll get a lot easier, and you'll get a lot more offers out too. Juan Velasco, what is good? Your name is here today, Papa. See, Jared, you got to go get some rest, brother. Jared said he's at the dock running tests, but he will be working when he gets back home, curled up in a blanket, making them calls and getting that money. You see, this is why Jared is my fucking brother, everybody. Like, it don't matter how shitty you feel or how sick you are. This kid is going to be calling no matter what. And that is literally what it takes to be successful. That is it. That's the secret sauce. There ain't no secret here. It's just keep going. Yes, sir. Ha 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 ha. Yo, so everybody, Chris Gomez wants me to do a soapbox only in Spanish. I will have one prepared for you guys by next week, so stay tuned. Yo habla poquito español. And Randy says, no excuses, game is strong. That's all it is. You're not going to feel 100% all the time ever. It's just, no one does. Like, you're going to have days you feel like shit. But just keep it moving every day, and you're just pushing yourself closer to being successful. And if anybody got wholesaling questions, drop them in the comments. A conversion from 1,000 offers. Facebook user, I will get those numbers and provide them for you tomorrow. I got to look at my KPIs and figure that out. But I got you tomorrow. I know that for this challenge, I've personally locked up, I want to say, 10 contracts.
Thank you for calling Senior Room with EXP Realty and Seaside.
What up, Louie? How you doing, my brother? And Amir asked if we flip land as well. Yes, we do flip land. If you need any help with land, hit me up.
Good afternoon, this is Sina.
Hi, Zima. My name is Joseph. I was calling about your listing on 25th Ave North in St. Pete's.
Yes, how can I help you?
Is that one still available?
It is.
Okay, perfect. And is this a good time to speak? I just had a couple questions and then want to make an offer if that was okay.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, perfect. So what's going on with this property condition-wise?
It needs to be gutted inside.
Fully gutted, okay. How's the structure of it? Like, is the foundation good?
Yeah, I believe the foundation's good. There was a tenant in there that lived there for over 20 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Understood. And you guys haven't noticed any like cracks or anything in the foundation?
It's a wood frame home built on piling, so
Oh, it's pier and beam then.
yeah.
Understood. Okay. And how old is the roof on this one?
This one I don't even know. Let me see.
Okay.
See if I can pull up the records real quick.
Perfect. And I'm just running comps too as we're on the phone. 22nd and 30th Ave.
So you're gonna find lower comps, I'm sure. And my seller is very stern on their price because it does sit on a double lot.
Okay.
So I've gotten a ton of offers.
And they are all super low.
Except for one. One I thought was decent, but they still said no.
Really?
Yeah, 270 cash.
Jeez, okay. They're just not budging.
They're not budging, and I hate to waste your time if it's.
No,
I've
you're.
gotten offers, so I've gotten so many offers, so many.
Sometimes I could find a better solution, honestly. Like sometimes a cash offer, like just might not work for them, and there's other ways we can get the deal done still and get them their number. Like if that's really all that they're fixating on is a number, but they don't need it immediately, then sometimes I have a better option. But if it's something where like they do need the money right now and they just want to be done with it and sell it and they just want to cash out, then eventually it's like if they don't get their number, they're going to have to come down on price because the market obviously will call for it if they were going to get that number.
Yeah, and they're not hurting for money.
Okay.
So that's why they're like, we're just gonna leave it up, and worst case scenario, they'll probably put in another tenant.
So would that, because what I'm thinking is I mean, as a cash offer, I'm guessing if if the highest one you've gotten so far is 270, I'm probably going to be around that same number, if not lower. Because with us, like we are looking at this as a flip or a hold, just depending on the property. But typically, like I'm guessing just based off what you're saying, that's probably where we'd be coming in. Like I still got to run my numbers, but if they're not pressed for the money and they do have time, what I could do is I could still give them income off of the property. But we could basically just do like an owner finance, and then I could probably come up to their actual number, like fully, and then we would pay them a down payment, and then I would pay your commission, so it didn't come out of their down payment. So whatever we did agree upon, then they would actually get that full number, and then you would still get paid your commission on it.
And with the and that would be owner financing
Exactly.
with a balloon, or
Depending on if they need one. So typically, there's a couple different ways we could do this one. The way I'm looking at it is if we were going to owner finance it, we'd probably want to do it with a long term just so that we could put a tenant in there and make our money back on it if we're going to come up to their number. If we came in with a little bit of a lower number and we wanted to just do a flip where we didn't have to go out and get hard money, that might also work where we could do a short term one, but especially because the property needs a full renovation. But the numbers just have to be on point for that one. Otherwise, it's not going to work for anyone.
right, absolutely. And I think their hopes were, because it's just a double lot, their hopes were to sell it to a developer where they can knock down that structure and build 2 new construction in the area. But the city said you need a variance.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I've dealt with this situation like many times where they're like, "Oh, it's a double lot, so you could build 2 houses here." But it's like, is it subdivided yet? And if it's not subdivided yet, you literally can't look at it as if you can't analyze the property as if you could put 2 up unless you literally went to the town, got the variance, got it subdivided, and now we can look at it that way. And then if they wanted to go through that process, they could do it. It's just gonna be very time consuming, and they're gonna have to pay money for it.
Yeah. I have to write your numbers, and Let me know what you think, because I have to get back to them and see what they want to do, because it's been a minute since we had a conversation.
Okay, can you bear with me for another like 30 seconds to a minute so that I could at least
Yeah.
make you the offer, make sure we're even in the ballpark?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. Just give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. 33. Oof. That's what's hurting it. Okay.
I should look at the video again. This one is not moving, and that's nice. Don't jump, Hirsch, please.
You saw Zena?
Look on here.
So there's actually a comp that just sold May or April 20th, 29, 25, 24th Street North. Did that one looks like it was a full rehab, right?
I'm gonna look it up right now while I have you.
Okay, because just looking at the street view versus the picture that they had, it looks like they remodeled this whole thing.
29, 25.
24th Street North.
24.
Yes, ma'am. And this one, it's also a 2-1. It's 800 square feet. So this is like apples to apples.
Oh, I remember going into this one. I actually showed this house.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. They did a full rehab on this one.
So that one went for 332. That's gonna hurt this property.
Yeah, this one went for. And the lot is smaller.
Okay, that was a 5,200 square foot lot. What is this one?
This one's 80 by.
It's 9,300 square foot. So that's not a huge difference, honestly, in lot size. It's about 4,000 square feet bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like that 332 is probably like an appraiser would say that's our ARV. Like it's literally, unless like there's something I'm missing in terms of neighborhoods with, because I know this one's a little bit closer to 275. Let me see one more thing. 3-1 is this an as is? Give me 2 more seconds. Yeah, there's as is comps going for 280. And then everything that's sold higher is bigger. Like bigger in terms of square footage. So I'm guessing like on the back end, that 330 is probably like that's probably our true ARV. And then it's only 704 square feet. So the rehab's not going to be like too much money. It's only going to be, as long as the foundation's good, it's probably only going to be like 25 to 30 grand on the reno. So 330. Are there any online? Yes, there are. Let me check this out. Oh yeah. This is a full reno. But I'm just saying, just off of the square footage, it's, even though it's a very extensive renovation, it's only going to be like 25 or 30 grand for us to actually do it. So like that's not the end of the world. But what hurts it is that you can only sell it for 330. So like even whoever made that 270 offer, they must have been looking at this as a rental, because as a if I wanted to flip this 270, I'm literally gonna make $6,000 for the renovation. No, $6,000 profit after everything's paid out, and the renovation's gonna be like 3 to 6 months to get everything going like the way you would have to do it. So that's like, I'm literally making like probably a G a month, which is that would not make sense for any flipper. Yeah, so I think as a cash offer, I mean, I'm probably coming in at like 240, to be completely honest. And I know they're not going to accept that cash if they already had a 270 that they turned down. But if it's okay with you, I'm going to send an LOI at the 240 just so they could see where we're coming in cash. And then I'm going to present the owner finance to them. And I mean, have you spoken to them about owner finance? Like, is that something they would consider?
a few offers with that, they wouldn't consider it at the time.
Okay.
So, I mean, it doesn't hurt for me to go back and try again.
Okay. And what I always say too, like usually if you're okay with it, if they are even open to a conversation, me and you can get on a three-way call and I'll literally like with the seller and I'll literally just explain to them exactly how we would structure it, exactly the benefits, the negatives, like get into the weeds with them so that they can understand exactly what they'd be getting into and if it is the best option for them, which it might be, and then we'll just let them make the decision if that's okay with you.
I'm totally okay. The only thing is, there's a language barrier.
What do they speak?
They speak Laotian.
I was gonna say if they speak Spanish, I could that we could do, but
Yeah.
wait, what language?
Laos, Laotian,
Where is that from?
Asia.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Okay, and you don't speak that either?
No, I'm Cambodian.
Cambodian.
A completely different language.
Okay, yeah, no, I didn't think so. So,
But,
I mean, if we gotta do a translator, whatever works.
I mean, we can try. And their daughter, I can probably get their daughter, who's a friend of mine.
Okay.
If I need to.
Okay.
But yeah, we can just see what they say. If they have questions, then I'll definitely put you on a call. I have to go see them. They're old school.
I got you.
So no emails, no nothing. I gotta actually go see them.
No, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
We have a couple properties we're working on in Texas that the sellers are like the exact same way. They literally got to go, like my realtors have to go sit down with them in person. It's the only way we can get anything done.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's fine, like my job here. So yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, for them, genuinely, I feel like if they are open to it and owner finance might be the best option for them because then at least they'll get their money and they'll like still be able to collect income off the property. Where it's like they're basically, instead of having to be landlords and deal with tenants anymore, they can literally just collect their check every month and it'll basically be fully passive to them.
Yeah. When you do send that over to me with the seller financing, let me know if it's an amortization over 30 years with like a 5-year balloon or if it's, things like that and was a down payment and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put over. I do it 360 months is where I start at. If they're okay with the long term, we'll keep it at that. If they need a balloon payment, then I always negotiate it after. Like if they're cool with the owner finance, but the 360 months scares them, then we can do like I like to stay at a 10-year balloon because the way I structure it, to be completely transparent, is usually 0% interest on the payments, but then I front end load the interest. So like I'll give them a bigger purchase price where we're basically giving them like 20-30 grand of interest only payments and it's already built into the loan. So that's how I get it, so that like while we carry the note, we can actually cash flow off of it, so it makes sense for us to do the deal, and then they're actually going to be getting their money's worth, so that it makes sense for them to actually want to do it this way.
Now, do you have an attorney that's going to type up that or do we have to find?
No. We got attorneys and title companies that can handle these transactions, so they'll deal with everything on that end. But for like today, for me to just get it over, I'm just gonna put like literally write an LOI that's just gonna put the framework of like this is what the payments are gonna be. This is the 360 month. This is how much we're giving you. Like this is how much we're paying as a down payment, and then we will be covering your commission on the deal too.
Okay, yeah. If you can go ahead and get that over to me, that would be wonderful.
Absolutely. And do you have anything else right now that would be good for investors?
I actually possibly have one coming up, the block behind it on 24th Avenue.
Okay.
Tear down.
Beautiful. If I could, is there any way I can make an offer on that before it goes live? Like to you, obviously?
I'm still waiting for the seller to give me a thumbs up that they're wanting this, that they're going to let me list it.
Got it.
Yeah, but you can't even get into the house, so it's just a complete teardown.
No, that's fine. I mean, even if I could just give you a number, like, hey, like I know that we're not listing this yet, but one of my investors buys knockdowns, and this is what he would pay. Like, maybe it'll push them in the right direction.
Yeah, I'll give you let me get you the address.
Yeah.
And then you can do your research now.
Perfect. Can you text me over your email and then the address, and then I'll send you over the LOI?
Yeah, is it this number?
Yeah, this is my cell phone.
Okay, I will do that, and I'll text you over the address to the other property as well.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And then should I start like when do you think you'll be able to actually sit down with them?
You have to give me a few days. It's hard
Okay,
to even get them to answer the phone.
I hear you. Okay.
So,
What's today? So should I circle back like the end of the week or next week?
beginning of next week would be great.
Okay. And if anything, I'm sure we'll speak before just because I'll give you an offer on the other one as well.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time today, Zena.
You're welcome. I'll send over my email over to you right now.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a great rest of your day. Take care.
You too.
Thanks. Bye bye. So from what Jared said, 30 to 40, my bad. 30 to 40 offers equates to one contract. That's off of Jared's numbers, and he's been running about 10 offers a day every single day on market. Amir, hit me up. I don't know if you have my Instagram. Hit me up on there, and I'll give you my number and everything. Joey Bibbo on Instagram. And then Randy's asking, do you run any type of comps when making your list, or at least make sure that there is investor activity in the area of your property? Typically, to be completely honest, Randy, I'm building lists in these big metros, and I'm literally just calling all throughout these metros to get my properties. And typically, if you're in a metro, even if you're in a bad area, like you kind of want to know your market, obviously, and there's certain neighborhoods that are going to sell a lot quicker than others. But for me, like I'm literally just kind of firing from the hip, and just as long as there's good investor, like if I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida, right, like that's a big metro area, there's a ton of investors that invest all over that area. So as long as I'm within that metro, not in the middle of nowhere, even if it's kind of a hood area, there are investors that buy in these areas. So I'm more just like trying to make sure the list I'm building, like the houses are distressed, like it's actually like something that we can, even if it's overpriced, I'll negotiate that down if we can get it done. But I'm looking like the one I just called on. That one is like it's listed basically at the ARV. The ARV is 330. It's listed at 320. So as a cash offer, I'm coming in at like 240 because it's only 25K for the reno. But for a owner, if I can get this one owner finance, then it's like it'll be a good deal, even though it needs a lot of work. Like as an owner finance, if I get it 0% interest, it'll move itself. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this stuff. And then peace out, Chris Gomez. Ahmed said, "Hey Joey, does lots that found on market worth calling agent for, or should I only focus on houses?" Ahmed, you could focus on lots. Just make sure you're getting them at the right numbers and go off of the CAD value of the land. See what new builds are building for in that area, and you figure out the cost of building that market. That's another way to look at it. And yeah, don't shy away from calling lots if there's good deals. Like there's developers that buy lots, and then there's also flippers obviously are going to buy your single family houses, and multifamilies for buy and hold guys. But if you see a good deal, don't be afraid just because it's a different type of thing. And if you need help on Med, you know to hit me up, brother. I got you. Octavia said, Latrice Langston, how you doing? Is it Octavia or Latrice? But how we doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. We gotta keep this action going. The hands feeling hot right now. That's 2 offers out. Keep it rolling. Lawrence, we got a big contract getting locked up today, and I have one that I literally, it's in my inbox. I just got to sign. I got 3 more getting signed tomorrow that the realtor just has to go meet with the seller. And then like that one, they met with the seller 2 weeks ago. They were supposed to sign, and then I guess the seller, it's a divorce situation, so the seller is just like, I need I think they just got in a little fight or something, like the husband and wife. So the realtor is getting them back together tomorrow, and they're gonna sign finally. And then got a deal getting dispoed in Poteet. That one's gonna probably be about 20 to 30 grand spread on that one. And the one that I'm locking in today, that's a commercial one. I'm praying to God it closes in time, but this one's going to be a gigantic assignment fee. I'll reveal it once it's assigned, but it's going to be a good one. And I think the one that I'm signing the contract for today, that's either going to be 20K max, but to be conservative, it's probably going to be a 10K assignment. And I have a sub 2 that I'm getting signed. We got to figure out a loan modification on it, so it might take some time. But that one was going to be a 10K assignment net to me, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bigger assignment now that we're doing the loan modification, because it's a 80K in arrears. So my original investor was just going to pay the arrears and then just take it over because the cash flow on it's good. But I think it makes more sense to do the loan mod. It's just like, if I want to be stubborn and greedy, then I'm just going to take the 10K. But to do best for the seller and to do best for my buyers, it makes way better sense to take the time, even if it takes like 3-4 months to figure out, like, to get the loan mod actually in place. And then the investor is only going to have to come out of pocket whatever they're paying me and the realtor. So it might be trying to be a better deal that way. Hi, is this Meredith? Hi, Meredith. My name is Joseph. I was calling about your listing on 41st Avenue North. Is this a good time to speak? I just had a couple of questions on the property and then I wanted to make an offer if that was okay. So what is going on with this property condition wise? How's like the foundation, roof, structure of it?
The roof is older.
Okay.
It's 18 years old.
18 years old.
AC, I think it's 2018. Structure's fine. I mean, it does have an addition in the back that was permitted.
Okay, cool.
And then it has a couple. It was once a 2-car garage, and you could do like a rental property. One side is like a laundry room. On the other side is they had a brother-in-law living there.
Okay, so that garage that I see in the picture, that's not an actual garage anymore?
So the one that you see in the picture to the left is actual carport that they kind of put walls up, but didn't actually convert it to a garage.
Okay.
So there's a lot of square footage, but the garage definitely wasn't converted. It's a carport.
No, understood.
There's a 2-car garage in the back as well.
Okay, and that's kind of like an ADU?
No, it would be not yet. I mean, they just had like a relative live there. But it's pretty rough. But the city's kind of all about ADUs these days.
Exactly, but that is detached, and that's facing the other side of the street I'm seeing, right?
It's facing the alley.
Okay. And so that, as it sits, it's just 1,200 square feet, and it's a 3-2, correct? Okay, but there is a potential to turn that into an ADU. Okay, awesome. And you said the structure and everything's good. I'm sorry, how old did you say the AC was? You said that was updated in 2018? Okay, and then what about the electrical and plumbing in the property? Have those been updated since it was built, or is all the wiring in PVC original?
About 20 years ago, and update everything.
Okay, so they did update everything then. So it's basically just on the rehab end, we got to put a new roof on it, do some siding outside, and then just do a cosmetic rehab on the inside.
Well, on a good day, because it will.
Okay.
There's what kind of plumbing, electric. I know it was updated in the vacuum. I'm assuming it was updated as well. I can find that for you though. Or do inspection.
Yeah, usually we would not a formal inspection. I'll just send my contractors over there, but we'll do a contract with an inspection in there anyway, so we can get everyone in there.
Right.
Yeah, but we don't. It's not a formal one. Like I don't send an actual inspector over typically because we got to pay for that, and it's a whole bigger process, obviously. Yeah, and if we were gonna look at this one as a flip, and we were gonna fix it up fully, make it beautiful inside and out, how much could we get on the back end for this?
Well, from the duplex, so I'm actually on the one next to it.
Oh, okay.
Is two bedroom, one bath, and that just sold about 2 months ago for 450.
That was a duplex, though you said.
Yeah, it was a duplex.
Okay.
But, you know, if you fix it up and make it with a garage and maybe an ADU, I would say 450, 475.
475. Okay, but if we kept it as is, I'm guessing like 4 then.
Probably 4. Yeah.
Okay, because I see there's that one comp that sold for 4, but that was a 2002 build, I want to say. And then let me see what else is sold over here. So I'm seeing the 450, but if that's a duplex, I can't even use that as a comp this second. Hold on. It was a duplex. Okay. Were there any singles that went for that range or no?
Off the top of my head.
Okay.
Are you working with a realtor?
No, if it's okay with you, I'm coming in unrepresented on this. So if you could write up the offer for me, if you're good with it, you could represent me as the buyer's agent. Okay. Yeah, because I found one that sold for 455 that was a 3.2 or 3.3, 1,300 square feet. And that one was, I don't think they fully updated it. Hold on. Oh, it had a mother-in-law suite though, so they had an ADU there. Okay, so we basically would have to turn that ADU or that back garage into an ADU, and then we should get 450. Okay, and then it's gonna be probably cosmetics on the inside. I'm still gonna probably go with at least a mid-level rehab, just to be conservative. 1 second. 12.3. Do you know how many square feet that that garage is by, like, offhand? Perfect.
Kind of weird. It says 270.
There's
I
no,
think there's 2 of them. I don't think that's right.
so it's probably about 500 total.
The 2 stalls. You know.
Okay. Yeah, no, that does not look like 270 square feet.
Right.
Yeah, maybe that just wasn't what was. I don't even know. I don't even know. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 500 square feet. So on the rehab for the house, it's probably gonna be about probably 30 to 40 grand,
What I
realistically.
would do is keep the 2-car garage as a garage, and that carport is huge. That's
So
already
close
got
that one out.
I would definitely either make 2 more bedrooms or a huge family room, or, you know, it wouldn't be that hard. That's what I would do.
Yeah, my only concern though is like if the other comps that sold for the 450 had garages and then we close out this garage, then that might hurt us on the resale end.
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
seen that happen a couple times, especially in St. Pete's, and it's like I had a house that we thought would sell for 550 on the back end, and that one of my investors was going to take this one from us. And we looked at, like, I had my realtor down there look at the comps again for me, and it was like everything that sold for that 550 literally either had a pool or had a garage. Our house didn't have a pool, and the garage was closed out, and it literally brought the resale value down to like 500 and killed the whole deal.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm very careful now with that stuff. So I'm thinking, and I mean, if I came in with like a strong cash offer, would take it completely as is and cover the closing costs, is there any room off the purchase price at this time?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
1,000 offers for 275.
They're not going to get, okay. And these were all recent too?
I get offers every day. I'm just responding to one right now.
Understood. Okay, because if it's probably gonna be, if we wanted to do it where we could sell it for 250, it's probably gonna be 40K on the reno for the main house, and then it's probably literally going to be another probably 20 grand to put everything back in for the ADU, like to make it into an ADU. So it's probably gonna be 60K total. We'd sell it for 450. Let me see one more thing. Okay. So if I came in at 290 with covering all the closing costs and a quick sale, they wouldn't be open to that?
Like, I mean, all the closing costs of the bonus. I think their number's closer to 300, but I'll submit it.
Yeah, can you see if we could get the 290 done? Because I feel very confident at that number. I think if I came up to 300, it's going to be a little bit harder at that number, and I don't want to have to come back and renegotiate anything. But I think
Put it in writing, at least, present it to them. She works in the real estate field too, so she knows, if you put it in writing with your proof of funds, I think it'll be stronger.
okay, because if they're going to counter, I might just start at 285 just so that I can come up to 290 and actually get it done at 290. Do you think that would work?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, that's, a lot. They started at 360.
Yeah,
I know it's not worth that, but, mentally that's a lot. But you never know.
exactly. Okay, so let's start at 285 and let's see what they come back with, and then I'm just being straight up. I'm probably the highest is probably going to be around 290 just so I can actually get this one done. But I'll send you over an LOI for that, proof of funds and everything from our lender, and then let's get the ball rolling if we can get this one done.
Like the name you wanted in.
Yeah, I'm going to send an LOI
Okay.
with all my terms. I'm probably going to do a inspection period just so we have enough time to get our guys out there, and then I just do like 10K non-refundable at the end of the inspection for the deposit, and then we'll get it done that way.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna. What's your email, really quick?
It's Meredith, MEREDITH,
Okay.
at the Johnson Group, at springquery.com.
Wait, FL, and then say it again.
It's just Meredith at the Johnson Group, FL.com.
Okay, cool. And then MEREDITH. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna send you over the LOI shortly. And then, do you have any other properties right now that are available? Okay, so they're all just like fully fixed up.
Yeah.
Any of them that people purchased recently that they need to sell that are like little equity situations?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I mean,
Okay.
I do have one, but it's not worth it. No, just send me information, and I'll talk to the broker here. There's a lot of agents.
Okay. Yeah, or just anything that you personally have, I could take a look at and see if we can get offers done. Because the stuff that's like low equity they recently purchased in the last 2 years and they have good interest rates on, some of those because where the market's going right now, they're not going to be able to sell them traditionally. And if it's like relocation situations or stuff like that, then we can usually get those done for them with subject twos, and then we'll pay the commissions to the realtors, take over the payments of the mortgage so that they're good. And then sometimes if the deal makes sense, we'll give them money to relocate if they need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I'll wait for your email then.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Meredith.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. I heard her tell, and she's like, I'm not giving you any of those. Let me send out the LOI and I'll be right back with y'all. Let me change his background music. You guys have been hearing Aaron rap the same song for the last hour. My bad. My bad. Could add some more tracks on here. I don't know if you guys could hear based off of what I'm saying, But like, I'm so used to calling in Texas and not asking for the realtor to represent me as the buyer's agent, and then now I'm in Florida, and it's like that's literally what I got to be asking, and I just keep forgetting. So I'm like, oh, can you help me, or can you represent me as the buyer's agent? Is that okay? It's like so out of sequence of where it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to ask them like right off the gate, and then it literally opens them up every time. But we're getting back at it. Oof. This one has been up for a long time.
Hello?
Hi, is this Maxwell?
Yeah, this.
Hey, Maxwell. My name's Joseph. I was calling about your listing on 14th Street North.
Yeah, I can help you.
Is that one still available?
Yes, it is still available.
Okay, perfect. And is this a good time to speak? I just had a couple questions on the property.
For sure.
Okay, and then I wanted to make an offer if it was a good fit. So what's going on with this property condition-wise? Is this a knockdown?
Yeah, no, it's already been torn down. It's a vacant lot.
Oh, it's just a lot now. Okay, cool. Because I still see the
they filed
picture.
through it. They filed permit for the demolitions there on the property since it's an obvious redevelopment. Since it was pushed through with a new property card. We filed applications for the reconsideration of property card.
Okay.
In order to have the zoning and basically the zoning change for a redevelopment project of 2 townhouses, both consisting of 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,972 square feet heated total. And that neighborhood is, a historic neighborhood that traditionally you can only build your single family homes with your accessory dwelling unit.
So that's already been fully approved?
Yeah, it's fully approved. Yeah, it went through the full application process, the affidavit, and neighboring properties signing off, and completed a 7-0 unanimous vote with the city council.
Oh wow!
That's all on file. It's all the attachments are in the MLS. If you don't have that access, I can send them on over to you. Which has the city approval letter and then the full detailed plans for redevelopment too as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have MLS access down there.
Yes, yeah, I can go ahead and shoot them to you.
Yeah, if you could shoot that over. Okay, and this is hold on. So this is historic Uptown.
Yeah.
So are all the plans already in place too, like from like an engineer?
Yeah. All your drawings, plans submitted with the city, everything.
Oh, beautiful.
It's
Okay.
basically a lot purchase. It's basically a redevelopment purchase where you're getting all entitlements along with closing as well. So you're getting all the plans, everything in hand. It really works out really well for a builder or a developer in the fact that they just don't have to deal with the tedious paperwork, headaches. Time is money, obviously, and especially when you're doing a project of that nature. And you're going to try to sell out for 1.6 million plus, shaving a couple months off, that time frame of sitting on your hands.
Yeah.
Paying for the city to approve permits and
Especially if you're
whatnot.
carrying hard money on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially if you're carrying leverage.
Yeah.
Then you're talking.
A lot of money.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
No, trust me, I've lived it and I've seen it.
Yeah.
So they did all the.
That's what the city's done. That city thinking the city's time frame is going to be only 2 months too.
Oh
But
wow.
I've seen it. Yeah, obviously, in another scenario, if you're just starting from ground zero and having to, submit all this paperwork, it's probably we probably went through 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
No, that's usually how it takes. So literally, when we close on this, we can put a shovel in the ground and start building.
You just,
Basically,
you just have to have your builder file the actual permit for new construction. That's
cool.
it.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
So all
Okay.
the demo's been done. Everything has been done.
Okay.
So all you have to do is pick your builder. And that builder, obviously, or whoever you choose to develop the property would just have to file the physical new construction permits
Got it.
with the plans or with the plans at hand.
That are already in place. So it's like,
you could change them somewhat. I would suggest to anyone who purchases that if they're going to do any changes to the plans, they do very minimal. But I don't know why you'd want to. You're pretty much exactly what you'd want to build there.
yeah.
You're under two. You're I guess you could have bumped it over 2,000 square feet, but if you wanted to. But I just think that you're right in that sweet pocket for that neighborhood to build something that can stay well under $1 million in terms of the sale price, which you can kind of bump $50K with finishes because it's a neighborhood that is a charming historical neighborhood. So those shiplap walls and dumb shit like that does get you some extra money.
Okay, understood. And if we were gonna build these out, how much could they sell for each on the back end?
I would personally say, depending on, again, like those finishes and the finishing touches are going to be key. I personally, now that with the brand new stadium just got approved too, so that was previous to that. I think we get a little bump in value there because you're only 10 blocks from the brand new Tropicana, or not. Well, I don't know if it would be called Tropicana Field anymore, but where the Rays play baseball. So the Rays Stadium is going to do a $1.2 billion stadium there with full outdoor little river, like little street walk and shops and everything, and you're 10 blocks from there, so you're walking distance to that.
Okay.
With the way downtown's expanding, in some of the neighborhoods that you used to be able to purchase in, you can't anymore. I think you're probably going to push into the mid eights. Your best comps are going to be from a pre-sale, which was previous to the spike in our marketplace here. Although interest rates were low, or they could hang a pre-sale out and hold for like 12 to 14 months, and a buyer wouldn't care.
Yeah.
They pre-sold for $750,000 in 2021, right around the corner for the same townhouses.
750. Okay.
So I would probably evaluate the deal just to be safe, around 800. But I think it's gonna. I think it'll push. I think you push an 849.9 to an 899 list price, depending on how you feel about it. And you may be able to push up to 925, 950. Just St. Pete's it hasn't been slowing down at all.
No, exactly. Okay, because I want to be conservative on the front end, just so I make sure we don't screw ourselves.
Yeah, so of course.
Yeah.
That's why I put a little lower on it to start, but I personally think once the time you finish the project, and with the construction that's going to be going on there, we also have the incubator program going in. That building's almost completed, which is on the south side of downtown, southeast.
Okay.
For startup tech companies coming into the area, which is funded by the county federally, and then ARC Investments Group. Kathy Wood's hedge fund who just moved here. Remember that corporate hedge funds here.
Okay. And did you get quotes from any builders in the area that like what they're saying?
We didn't get up and down quotes because they were talking to a couple. They're currently finishing a project. This seller's currently finishing a project in Apollo Beach. They're building 11 waterfront single-family homes.
Oh wow.
We're listed with one that finished. We have a couple others that have finished, but they want to get contracts on the first one to set our comp and then put the shovel in the ground for the next, or at least a pencil to paper for the next few down the road. And then they were just going to pull this and do the project themselves because they're not really in any distress, but they're not building it out right now. So they just said, throw it on the market, see what happens.
Okay. Because honestly,
They would be willing to give funding on it too. They do own a hard money company themselves as well, so it's not going to be the most attractive interest rate. But a lot of times, getting lending on dirt is definitely difficult for some people. So
I'm thinking of a
they'd be
more
willing to do that.
I'm thinking of a more creative way if they'd be open to it, honestly.
They'd be open to anything.
Okay.
They're big. They're a large scale real estate investor. They're in their own private money company.
Cool.
They're a collective genius group of guys that have been in the business for so long that you can present whatever you'd like, and I can take it to them.
Beautiful. Okay, because honestly, I'm looking at this for one of my developers for like that I work with. Like this one's probably just going to be a standard wholesale transaction. Yeah, because I'm just thinking like I have partners that would do this with me, but this is a big boy. Like they're not going to want to touch this shit, honestly, even if the numbers are great. So I probably would be looking at this one as a wholesale, but as long as I get the numbers right, we can get this done. And I do work with many developers down in St. Pete's. So it's really just a matter of like, I'm just trying to see if there's two different ways we could do it. Obviously, we could do it all cash, or the other route I'm thinking is maybe if they'd be open to like an owner finance so that we don't have to secure any hard money to at least secure the land. And then we could just do a ground up construction loan. Then
Yeah, I just have to talk to them. Depending on how they want to structure it, they may want to structure it as a sale, as a quote unquote sale, with them providing the loan for the property, because they're two separate business entities. But that's just for
that might help though. If we could package it with lending, like they're down to lend on it, and as long as they're not too, because the thing with new builds is like if I bring a developer in that's like hasn't done a lot of development deals, it's hard for them to get lending. But
of course, that's why like I said, that's why, especially when it's torn down, when the property's torn down, so you're not getting any sort of residential loan on the dirt either. So they're willing to be flexible and work with someone that, like I said, I don't know exactly what the terms would be.
yeah,
But, I know that they would be willing to work with somebody in order to either, lend to secure the property, to then get the financing for their construction loan, to lend on the whole, maybe the whole thing.
Because typically, like, if they were going to just do the land owner finance, the way that I would structure it is like usually we'll overpay, front end load the interest, and then literally not like make it where we don't make a payment to them until we do the whole deal, and then they just get paid out on the back end, and we'll give them a down payment to take it over, and then pay your commission up front, obviously.
Yeah, that would be entirely you give me something to put it on paper, and I will bring it to them, and they, and then review it with them, and they'll kind of, make that decision, and you guys keep iron that out if that's the case. But
yeah,
they're willing and open to listening to any and all ideas regarding any property.
Okay.
They're experienced.
Beautiful.
To the point where they're willing to do that and capable of doing that.
So now here's where the issue lays, just with the numbers on this one. If I want to be super conservative, I'm kind of thinking 700K to 750 is where, like, just looking at the comps really quickly. I've seen there are actually a couple townhouses that sold in this neighborhood for 650 or 680, I think it was. Hold on, where the fuck were they? 1 second, brother.
Was that on the other side of 9th?
It might have been, I think it's on the same side of 9th. It might have been on the other side of Dr. MLK Jr. Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there was like 9th Ave North, 749th Ave North. They're like 1,800 square foot 3.3s, and they were built in 05.
I have not looked at comps on this property in months.
Yeah, no, this one's been up for a while. I didn't expect you to.
It's a sold comp?
Yeah, these are sold comps. It sold for 655. This was 550, May 15th.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking, and that was
I probably haven't looked at comps since May 15th.
probably not. Exactly. so that one's on the up.
They bought it in January or something.
Okay, cool.
They own the corner lot just one block up too, on 9th and 7th.
And are they developing that one too?
Probably going to develop 4 quadplex would be my best guess, since the zoning changes.
Okay.
That's why that one was purchased. There's main road corridor zoning changes. Now we kind of had some inside information on that path recently.
Understood. And why are they getting rid of this one though? Like, why not just develop on it themselves?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like they currently we finished the process of doing everything that was necessary with the city, in order to develop, but they're developing 11 single-family homes in Apollo Beach.
Oh, geez. Okay.
We're currently have our first one up staged and listed. Problem is too is when the development was going on with that, the thought process was always to pre-sell these homes with renderings, and then all of a sudden the interest rates doubled, overnight basically, and no one was doing pre-sales anymore. There was no buyer that felt comfortable in contracting those properties via pre-sale. And they're we're at $1.2 million with pools, and stuff on the water. So it's kind of a price point that it was a little shaky too as well, because you have just getting secondary home buyers like that dropping, over $1 million while the market was, having some turbulence.
Yeah.
So they just decided they ended up finishing the construction, staging the home, and now we have a home that someone could, buy and close like a standard transaction, which obviously pushed what the thought process was on obtaining contracts, and having an idea of timelines. So they just said, they have this going on the market. Like I said, but whenever next month, maybe, they completed the tear down, and probably within the next 4 weeks, they pull it and start the development themselves.
No, definitely. And what I'm seeing with this one, that's like, have you ever spoken with them about what the cost to square foot for them to build is by chance? Because when I had I had a knockdown in historic Kenwood, and then I also had one in Delray Beach, and I got my ass kicked on both these deals because I'm from New Jersey, and in New Jersey the cost to build is $200 a foot. Like, that's like kind of standard. And I went with those same numbers down there, and
it costs more to build than 200 foot here.
It costs more than 200. That's the thing. If you have to hurricane proof the houses, even if it's not in a flood zone, from what every builder I spoke to down there, maybe it was different because the one I had was in Delray Beach, which was definitely a flood zone.
Yeah, you're in a flood zone, and then you have some bylaws that you have to keep up with, FEMA regulations in terms of how elevated your foundation is. You're going to have to do impact windows and everything. But I mean, realistically, if you're doing a brand new build at that kind of price points, you can put impact windows in anyways. It's cost effective, other than screwing shutters into the side of the wall to pass any sort of inspections on windows. I mean, personally, if you're building in a flood zone, I don't know the exact extended cost to your elevation.
Yeah.
When they built on the water here, we just decided, and after talking together for a while, that we would work with a one-level living on the second floor. So we have 1,650 square foot four-car garage built down below with a patio that's underneath the rest of the house sitting over, which has also a balcony on the back, and the second floor is the living space.
Got it.
Now you're elevated, so living space is elevated another 12 feet, or essentially 12 feet above that lot level, or your flood zone plane. So basically negates flood insurance entirely.
Got it.
So now instead of being 9 feet above sea level, you're 21 feet above sea level.
No, exactly. And
that's what I would do.
Okay.
But this isn't a flood zone.
No, exactly. And from because the other one I had was in historic Kenwood. That is also in a flood zone?
It's not. No.
That's not. So that's where I got like that deal. I was like 200 a foot. I ran the numbers. I'm like, this is a monster deal. And no developer wanted to touch with a 10-foot pole at the numbers I had it at, because they literally told me.
What time was it? Was it during the time? Was it like a booming time? Like
June.
A year and a half ago?
This was June.
Just now?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it was
surprise.
recent. And they were so the quotes I got from developers down there was $300 to $500 a foot. Not in a flood zone.
Custom build.
And like when they said that, I'm like,
custom build, you're bringing your lot to them, and your name's Nancy and Greg, and you've never done it. Real estate in your life.
So what?
Oh yeah, sure. It's 300, 500 foot.
So what are the guys down there getting that are actual developers then? Because that's like a big.
I would say that. Your large scale developers like that still do one-offs, like Domain, probably still. Their cost is inflated. I know they're building at like 100, 110 a foot years ago, but now they're probably around 150. But that's their cost. They probably build that's actually Domain. But you're smaller, more custom guys or one-off guys that are going to take on a project like that. I'd say that most of them are probably at that 200. They try to push over 200 foot. They're coming off a marketplace where they were getting calls to remodel every bathroom in town, and they just kept giving higher quotes and higher quotes, and getting jobs. And it's kind of the process of Florida real estate when there's a boom and bust period. So a lot of them you'd think are going to end up in a situation where they're going to need work, but the area is still moving pretty quickly. I see people building for, I probably see it for under 200 a foot.
Okay.
I mean, and that's depending on your finishes again as well too. I mean, if you're going fucking balls to the walls with sub-zero fridges and shit, and you're probably going to pay a few more bucks, but that's gonna, I think they're building right now for 175, 185 foot or something like that. I don't know what kind of deal they have with the builder. I stay out of that kind of mix.
No, I hear you.
If I can help it, but
okay.
I would like to. I'm almost positive that they're in that kind of ballpark.
Okay. And I mean, if I came in with a cash offer without them doing any form of financing for us, would they are they firm at that 399, or can I get
Everything in real estate is negotiable.
Absolutely. It just all depends on the seller. Some of them are like, no, I'm waiting till I get my 400.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll sell it to you for $399.5.
Okay. So if I came in at 250 to 300, is that something that they would even remotely consider? You guys did buy it for 300 and then did all the plans on top of it. Okay. Well, this is why we have these conversations, because I got to see where you guys are at.
I wouldn't even present it, but
okay.
Again, put whatever you want on paper, man, and we can go from there. They are always willing to make a deal, but the deal has to make sense, because, like I said, it's not a distressed sale. You're talking about guys who lend $25 million a month from their mortgage company, and then have a real. This is they're doing this for fun, I guess.
Exactly.
So they could lose this property. This property could just disappear, and
they're good.
I'm under the impression that a house could burn down, and they would have no clue that. They bought a house in the Bahamas after that hurricane with 100 feet of seawall dockage, because they needed to put their boat out of the country because of taxation purposes.
Oh wow!
That kind of fucking money.
They got it. They got it. Yeah, so I'm thinking. I'm going to come in with a creative offer for them, and I'm going to give them something that's going to pique their interest. So let me talk to some of my partners and see what we could come up with. That we got to make this fun for them, because then they're going to want to do it. But I also got to make it attractive for me. That
if you put 250-300 on a piece of paper, they're gonna laugh, because they'll just do the project, but they're not going to sell out $50,000 loss, and then when they could just do the project.
Well, especially when they just did the plans.
Obviously. They did
that's work that adds value to the property. It's not like they
of course. Drawings, all that. I mean, they're thousands of dollars and stuff like that as well, but they're not gonna take a loss on anything that they can build out and do themselves, because they're not in a position where they just need to cut ties with it.
That makes
they would be willing to make a deal on the property, and a creative deal they would be willing to make as well too.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna get back with you in the next couple hours. I just want to figure out exactly how we're gonna structure it, and then I'll circle back with a good offer, and hopefully we get this one done.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right, thanks for your time, brother.
Yeah, dude. Stay.
All right, take care. Bye. That one is going to be a weird one to get done. These guys are not motivated at all. It's probably as a cash offer. You guys saw what he said when I said 250 to 300. He's like, yeah, I would tell you to go fuck yourself. And I'm like, I got to make my offers and present what I think I can make money on, because at 400K, we're losing money. But if I can create a good enough creative finance deal, which I'm thinking we might be able to get done with them, then maybe we got a deal here. Because a developer, we can get it done where maybe they can just make a down payment to secure the land and then pay them out on the back end once they flip it, and then hopefully we'll get way more than 1.4 million, which I'm thinking they're going to get on the back end. then it could be a good deal. We just gotta make it make sense for everybody. I'm gonna do one more call, and then I'm gonna end with the soapbox, and then I got a lot of deals I gotta go and fucking make calls for that are outside of this challenge. And if you guys got any questions, ask them in the comments section. I can answer them. Anything wholesale, real estate related, life related, anything. I'm here. I got y'all. Hi, is this Milagritos?
Yeah. Who is this?
My name is Joseph. I was calling about your listing on 21st Street North in St. Petersburg.
Okay, that's available. Are you looking to purchase or to rent?
I'm looking to purchase right now. What can you tell me about this property condition wise?
It's move-in ready. It's not fully updated, but it does have, standard kitchen, standard bathroom, but it's got all tile, no carpet. It does have hurricane shutters that have been tested, so all the hurricane shutters operate for every window of the house. It is in a flood zone, but, I live in Meadowlawn. I live probably like less than 5 minutes away from that property, so I'm in a flood zone too. But I don't have hurricane shutters. I would love to have the hurricane shutters where you just hit a button and, don't have to worry about that.
Exactly.
Fully fenced backyard. It just got painted on the inside, and even the garage got painted. It's got a 2-car garage. It's got a new remote for the garage as well.
Okay. And when you say it still needs some updating, I see it was a 72 build, so are all the mechanicals, like electrical and plumbing, are those all like in good working order? Or is everything original to when the house was built?
Well, I don't know how long he's owned it but he's not done any updating for like the electrical and plumbing. But
Okay.
everything's been working, and it was recently rented until they moved out. But the tenants that were there for almost 10 years.
Oh wow, okay.
I rented it to them like almost 10 years ago. So they were there ever since, and once they moved out, we put it up for sale. We, of course, after doing all the paint and garage paint and whatever fixtures that needed to be replaced.
Understood. Okay, and if I wanted to look at this as a flip, do you know how much we could get for it on the back end? Or is this kind of like where we would get?
Well, no, if you updated the bathrooms and even, like fully updated, you might be able to get at least $485 or $500 out of it. I mean, I live in Meadowlawn, and I know one not too far from my house that is built in the 50s. It's not even as new as this one. The one that's for sale, and that one sold for $500,000.
Oh wow, okay. And the one
right down the street from my house, and still flood zone and everything.
was that 17th Lane North?
I am on Kingswood, so Kingswood and Meadowlawn.
Okay. So when I cross 18th Street North, is that a different like subset, or is that all fair?
I have to look on the map to see if it's Meadowlawn or not.
Okay.
I don't know where 18. Off the top of my head, because I'm closer to 10th and Meadowlawn. So 18th, I don't know if that's still the same subdivision, but this house is definitely Meadowlawn, so I'm not sure how far. It most likely is Meadowlawn, but I don't know without having like an actual address where I look up the subdivision. And you can look up anything on Zillow as far as subdivision. If you had a specific address, it'll tell you the subdivision.
No, absolutely. Okay. And what's the reason that the owner's selling this one? Why not rent it back out?
Well, we have it for rent too, so we could rent it out.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like whichever
He
option
has it
comes
pretty
in.
clear, so whatever happens, either way, it'll still be up for sale. But you know, he'd rather put that money towards another investment. You know, I don't know. He's an older guy, but he's not desperate to sell it. It's paid off.
Do you know if he'd be willing to still earn income off of it, but like owner finance it to us so we pay your commission instead of just closing him out all cash so that he can still earn that income?
He is fine with financing at 5% and 10% down.
Okay. I can structure him an owner finance that might make sense for everybody. Typically, I front end load the interest, so I'll pay a little bit more on the principal and just do like interest only payments, like usually for like 20 or 30 grand. And then I'll try to do it at 0% interest while we're carrying the note, and then I'll make sure it's attractive enough for him that like he'll actually make enough money on the property so it makes sense. Is that something you?
I can send you my card, and if you want to write something up and email it to me or text it to me, that way I can present it to him.
Yeah.
Because we have another guy that I'm actually about to present another solid financing deal. So if you have something that you can write up, and if he's okay with that, then you know we can move forward with it. But it would have to be at that 420 sales price.
Yeah, no, we can do it at the 420 sales price. I might even come up a little bit more in the sales price. And then I'll structure it like I'll show you guys exactly how the monthly payments do. Do you know is he okay doing a 360-month term, or is he looking for like a balloon payment?
Most likely 3-year balloon.
Okay, typically we like to do at least 10, honestly. If the shortest we've ever done is 5, unless it's like a deal where we're going to be flipping it like on the back end quickly.
Yeah, see what you can come up with and send it to me, and like I said, I'll present it to him and let him know we have another one coming, because I do have another one I'm working on that's the seller financing. So
Yes.
so whatever number is and breakdown that you have that you can send over to me, and then of course he's going to want a credit check, you know, before he agrees to do any sort of financing. But
Yeah.
you can show us your credit karma or whatever or whatnot. So yeah, write that up, and I'll send you my card, and if you can text it to me or email it to me.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, text me your card, and then I'm going to email you over an LOI that'll outline everything.
Okay, what's your first name?
Joseph Bibbo?
Joseph? Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
text me to back whenever I send you my card.
Okay.
That way I can put you in my system with the first and last name spelled correctly, okay?
Absolutely. And do you have any other listings right now that would be good for investors?
I have one in Newport Richie. Well, no, it's closer. It's more like Palm Harbor, and that one's a 55 plus area. It's a 55 plus neighborhood.
I could look at it. I have partners that are 55 plus that I could work with on the deal. That's how we worked those ones in the past.
I just did a price reduction yesterday, so it's priced pretty good right now. We had like a 40,000 price reduction.
Ooh, okay. Send that over to me, please, and I'll get you an offer on it.
It's really great property, and for you to flip it, and you know, because right now it's priced with the condition it is at the 2.2, but you could make it a 3.2, and it's really great condition. It's very nice community. You always see Bambi out there, like Bambi and all their family and friends. So I'll send you that one over with
Beautiful.
my card, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it, and that one sounds like a pretty attractive one. I hope we can get that one done.
Okay, Joseph, very good to talk to you. I'll send you that info now.
Likewise, and did I say your name right? It's Milagritos?
Yes. I go by Mimi, though, so you don't have to always remember to say it right. So
You said Mimi?
call me, yes, Mimi. Am I?
Okay, that's easy. Okay, well, I appreciate your time today, Mimi.
No problem.
Okay, have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon.
You too. Sounds great.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And we are back. One thing I will tell you guys is don't be afraid to ask for more listings, even if they feel like they're about to go. Just be like, what else you guys got? Because you never know if they got pocket listings. Like, realtors are in the business of selling houses, so they always usually got shit for us. And if they're not an active realtor, then tell them what to find, and they'll go out and find it for you. And now you got boots on the ground, or you got a bird dog for you that's sending you deals. Quick soapbox, and then we're going to be getting out of here. One thing I will say to you guys is don't get too stressed out when shit starts going wrong. Just keep going through the fucking motions and taking that action, and figure out when things are going wrong, why they're going wrong, and find the solutions to your problems. me doing this challenge is living proof of this shit. Like the past 2 months of this challenge have been fucking hard. Like straight up, like I've had contracts get canceled that I never thought would have gotten canceled. And there were just certain bottlenecks. So we had to figure out in my business, because we're still building this shit out. Like as we're doing this live with you guys, like we started the challenge with no CRM yet. Like we had a spreadsheet that we were calling off of. I had my own CRM for my business, but it wasn't for this challenge. So there are a lot of things that we had to adjust and get fixed. But that doesn't mean we're not hitting this goal. It just means it's going to be harder to hit the fucking goal. But we're still out here grinding every day and hitting it. So don't just give up because the going gets tough. Like there's going to be times where it's just like, holy shit, why the fuck is nothing going my way? I keep working, I keep making offers, and I'm locking shit up and nothing's getting sold, whatever the situation is. And at the end of the day, it's like, just keep pushing. Just don't stop. And it's like, if you keep pushing, eventually you're going to put a couple good deals together and it will change your life. It will literally change the trajectory of where you're going. But the only way that won't happen is if you stop because you get discouraged by the results that you're seeing. So just give it time for the results to come in. And the reality of success is it never happens on your clock. You always think it's going to happen in a certain period of time. But like at the end of the day, like I don't have a crystal ball to know like this is when my money's coming in. Obviously, we have closing dates set for the contracts. We have buyers that are locked in on our contracts, shit like that. But at the end of the day, like it's going to happen when it was meant to happen, not when you want it to happen. So the only thing you can focus on a daily basis is, are you taking action? And are you improving your craft on a daily basis? Are you auditing the calls you're making? Are you listening to what you're saying and making sure that you're getting better? And that when you do fuck shit up, are you holding yourself accountable for it? Are you blaming other people or are you blaming yourself? Because one of the biggest lessons I've learned within being in business is you got to blame yourself for everything that is going on in your business, even if it's not your fault. Because if it's not your fault, it still is your fault. And you will always find the reason why it was your fault. Because even if somebody else fucked up, you could have communicated better. You could have made sure that they understood the task at hand, which usually when they fuck up your shit, it's because they didn't understand the task fully. Like literally in Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, he talks about how the greatest leaders, like when you're leading your teams, like everything that if let's say I have an employee that's under me, right? And I'm training them to do a job. If they fuck up the task, yes, they have to be held accountable for messing up that task. But usually what happens, it was me that didn't explain that task thoroughly enough. And even if I did explain it to them 10 times over, maybe they didn't I didn't make sure they genuinely understood what needed to get done. So don't blame other people for your shit. Like anything that happens when you guys are in the business of wholesaling, anything that happens on your transactions, no matter who fucks it up, you are to blame, and blame yourself 100% of the time, and it'll make everything come easier. So just make sure you guys are auditing yourself. Make sure you guys are just not stopping with the action on a daily basis. Like you guys want to get rich. You guys want to make millions and millions and millions of dollars and get to billions of dollars, wherever it is your guys' goals are. It literally lays in your habits. If your habits aren't good and you're not consistent doing shit every single day, then you're not gonna be successful. It's just not gonna happen. You have to fix yourself before you fix what happens around you, and that's the only way you can fix it. So anybody got any questions, wholesaling related, life related, whatever, hit me up on Instagram, Joey Bibbo. I am looking for acquisition people to start working for me. It will be a commission only job. I already have a couple candidates that are lined up. If any of you guys are looking to run up a big ass bag with me, hit me up, Joey Bibbo on Instagram. I'm looking for people that are hungry and are just willing to work, and I will do the rest to make sure you guys get paid. But that's one thing I'm starting to do is just look for acquisition people. I need people that are young, hungry, and just ready to get this shit. Even if you're older and hungry, I don't care. But just I need that hunger around me, and we will be very successful together. So that's one thing I'm looking for in my business. But if you guys got any questions wholesaling related, just hit me up. I'm always here to help you guys. Me and Aaron will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come through. We'll be here running up calls. And let's fucking get this money, people. Really quick couple shout outs. Lauren Schwartz, I see you coming by every day, brother. I appreciate the support. Hope you're doing good, brother. And let's get this money. Michael Moore, appreciate you too, brother. And Michael said, anybody looking to squat up in St. Louis, Atlanta, Texas, or Florida, let's connect. Mike at dollarinvestor.com, 404-736-3992. Mike, hit me up too. Let's get some deals done together, brother. I'm in Texas and we're getting back in Florida, so let's get it. Everybody have a good rest of your day. I love y'all. In the words of Aaron, don't smack nobody today, but let's get it. Oh, wait, hold on. It's the wrong one.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. I did. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Cherry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the scoop, baby, tell the fact.